why is the response so brutal in this case? It's so brutal if you don't consider the previous actions of this government. Like, this is a standard playbook of how they've responded to any kind of attempt to demand reform from anybody. 2.5 years ago, Farinaz, beautifully kind of put this into perspective about the economic challenges facing the country. The sanctions, the loss of the JCPOA, which was the Iran deal, the nuclear agreement between 6 nations and Iran, the pairing up of that through Trump, the continued economic sanctions, the inflation, the utter destitute that people are in, led to people sort of rising up 2.5 years ago. The fuel subsidies were also cut, so fuel was increased by 2 times, and people just were like, man, I'm living off $400 a month. I haven't eaten meat in 6 months. How can I pay double for fuel? So they came out onto the streets. Do you know what they did to those people, Max? They slaughtered 1,500 people in 3 days, and they turned off the internet. They slaughtered so many people that they couldn't fit them into their morgues. They were putting them into coal trucks where we transport food. So the story that Farinaz mentions of this girl, Nika, I think her name was Nika, 17-year-old. Yeah, it's a very common story. So this regime has nowhere to run. This is why they're fighting so hard to hold on to the little bit of power they have left. So the brutality is going to be way worse than we've seen so far, in my opinion, if this is more and more successful. So just prepare ourselves is all I have to say.